Right guys, we're here. This is round 2 at Clifford's Tractor Parts in Ballymakelligate. Some of you might know it. It's halfway between Tralee and Castle Island. They're having an auction. There's over 50 tractors in the auction. I have a long video done. I'm going to make another long video, but these are just short videos. We're going to give a better look at a couple of tractors and maybe a closer look at pick out 2 or 3 or 4 tractors depending how we're doing time wise. We're going to make 7 or 8 minute videos, and we're going to stick them up on YouTube. And like I said, if you see anything here, Michael Doyle on Facebook or marti.ie is the online website for the bidding online, or contact Michael Doyle or contact Clifford's here. Viewing is Monday to Friday 9 to 6. Saturday they're open here from 9 to 1, right up until the 23rd. On the 23rd is going to be Chipwagon. They'll be all here and it'll be a big event, and we'll get going. And there's parking, plenty of parking down the back, there's parking up the road, the whole lot. And we'll get going from there. And like I said, if you see anything here, make sure you tell me you saw it here with me, and we'll turn the camera and we'll do, there's three John Deeres down along, and we'll give a look at them. We've done this John Deere already, but we'll include it in this video. And like I said, I have a full-length video done, and we're going to do another full-length video because there's more tractors to come. John Deere 303 narrow tractor, French-built tractor. As far as I know, open the correction, she's the only John Deere tractor with a standard engine. She's the same engine as a 35 4-cylinder. She's got linkage arms, she's the whole lot. For those of you that don't know, they would have been built narrow for going into vineyards and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff for going into orchards and vineyards. So she drive up and down between them, and lovely tractor. I actually drove this tractor. This is a handsome tractor. This is just an absolute legend of a tractor. We done the Fint and we done the Minis in a previous video. We done the Ferguson Major in a previous video. But look, we have a John Deere 200. I know absolutely nothing about it. I'm not going to waffle on, but it's a John Deere 200. She is what she is. They're a lovely tractor. John Deere, again, of course, I like John Deeres, and that's the reason I like the John Deeres is because during the Great Depression in America, John Deere had his own finance, and John Deere actually never repossessed any tractors that had finance taken out with him. Now, I presume that's not an Irish number plate, so I presume she's some kind of a European import into Ireland. We have the Major with that in the other video, but again, look at the tyres. The tyres are goodness, the mudguards are goodness. How many hours are up on it? There's 3,093 hours up on it. Again, nice tractor. She's diesel. Yeah, she is diesel. I thought she was petrol there for a second. Again, nice tractor, not painted, not touched, very original tractor. She's a tractor for you. Is she a tractor for you? Yeah, who knows? They're just, like I said, John Deere, even though they're in trouble at the moment in America, but yeah, John Deere there. Another John Deere 710 diesel 4-cylinder. Again, savage tractor. Like, this is as big as a 165 or something like along those lines. Power steering, the whole lot in it. Well serviced, well maintained. Like, okay, I would imagine the bonnet got a coat of paint at some stage, but I don't think, I'd say this is all original. She's just, how many hours are up on it? 3,501 hours. Again, very low hour tractor, very low hours. Again, I would imagine a European tractor, probably built in Germany. Yeah, that's just a savage looking tractor. Again, linkage arms and all on the back of it, 9-hole bar, or there's not, that's your 9-hole bar. She got the 2 PTOs in the back. She's a 540 and the 1000. Here for your top link, you can adjust it all in the back. There's, I don't know what that is now, but some fella could be telling me. I presume this is for your, I don't know what that's for. What's that moving back there? I don't know, that's for your lift arms. I don't know. Again, savage to the world tractors. These are just a legend, an absolute legend of a tractor. With 2 David Browns here. We have a David Brown, but she's a 1212 with a loader. Going by the cab, she looks to be a European import again at some stage into Ireland. Of course, the 1212 is a hydro shift. She's to move next one up from the 1200. There was a 1210 There was a 1200, then there was a 1210, which was the standard gearbox, and you have the 1212, which this one is, which is hydro shift. Now fellas don't like the hydro shift. I don't know why. I had a 1212 before with a cabinet, and there was a loader on it as well. It wasn't as clean as this one, next to near as clean as this one, but it never ever gave me any trouble. This is your hydro shift. She's up on 1 at the moment. They reckon that when you're parking it at night that you should leave it in 1. David Brown, I have great Mass in David Brown. I always did. I always had Mass in the David Brown tractors. For lots of reasons. I suppose they had, like David Brown, look at what's there. Some fellas might say that's a mess, but it's not. They have depth control, they have all this, they have different PTO speeds. I think David Brown were one of the first crowds to come out with 540 PTO speed. They had ground speeds, David Brown had everything. They had draft control, David Brown basically had everything that nobody else had, but that to me was a lot of their downfall, because David Brown also had too many options, and when they had too many options it became very hard to compete, and they didn't compete, and they just went. They had too many options. They had narrow, they had high crops, they had low crops, they had every kind of a thing you could ever imagine. But she's there for you. Nice David Brown case loader on it as well. What year she is, I don't know, but I presume she's either late 70s or very early 80s. Okay, another very unusual David Brown here. She basically is an 850. She's basically an 850, but she's not. She's a 750, built in Germany by Walls, and she has an 850 engine, an 850 back end, but she has a ZF gearbox. Slightly different wheels on it. Again, nice tractor, nice tidy little tractor, little drawbar on the back of it. I never spotted that before. That's her 9-hole bar, linkage arms, the whole lot. She's there for you. Mid-mounted motor. She got the seating alongside it. Some of them have the family pack, as they call it. Again, nice. This is a very rare tractor. This is an extremely rare tractor. She doesn't look the best shape, but I would imagine these are going to go for big money, because they're not there. Like I said, they went from the UK. It was at Milton. They went from there, more or less flat pack, and Walls put them together over. They had their own front wheel. I think they have their own. Is that a David Brown axle? I can't remember, but they have their own wheels. They have a ZF gearbox, a David Brown back end, and a David Brown engine, and basically that's kind of it, really, to be honest about it. Alright guys, that's video 2. We're up in about 8 minutes. I'm going to keep them all about 7 or 8 minutes. We're going to do 2 or 3 or 4 tractors per video, and yeah, alright, give a like, give a subscribe, and watch out for the next one. And like I said, the auction is the 23rd of the 8th. So the auction's only in a couple of weeks time, 2 weeks time, and viewing is 9 to 6 Monday to Friday, 9 to 1 on Saturday, but don't rock up here at 5 to 6, or don't rock up here at 5 to 1. Land on early and get in here and see what's here. And like I said, if you want anything else, if you want tractor parts or anything, Clifford's here, and Clifford's will post them out to you. They courier vans in and out here the whole time, and yeah, alright, and tell them you saw it here, tell them you saw Morgan or Flaherty. Alright guys, cheers, let's go again.